Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Matt's Musings. For this week, we are going to center on, again, slow church. We're going to look at chapter 2, titled Terroir, or how would you pronounce that word? Terroir. Let me know in the comments below. The subtitle for this chapter is Taste and See. Taste and See. For Slow Church, the authors, it is important that the local church reflect in vibrant ways the local culture in which it ministers. And for instance, they write in page 44, slow church happens when people live, work, worship, go to school, eat, grow, learn, heal, and play in proximity to each other, often outside the walls of sanctuary. So slow church is about doing life together in proximity to one another. This is against what some people have termed the church growth movement. The church growth movement is a movement about how to grow churches quickly. They call it part of the McDonaldization of the church. You think of McDonald's, every church, every McDonald's that you go to is essentially the same, right? You see the golden arches, whether you're in St. Louis, New York City, Paris, or in Guatemala City, you basically know what you're going to get when you go to that McDonald's based on those golden arches, regardless of if you speak the language or not. Their process is the same. It is quick, it is efficient, and it's not so much about the quality of the food that you're going to get, because let's be honest, it's not that great for you, but we still eat it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. What are their Oreo shakes? Pretty great. But I know what I'm going to get every single time, and I'm going to get that same experience at each one. But that model applied to the church and applied to food isn't very local. You don't get a feel or sense of the place that you're in based on the experience at McDonald's. So they want us to think about church as something that's local, it's contextualized, it's within this community. They write elsewhere on page 43, with a commitment to place and with gratitude for the immensity of God's gifts, our churches become catalysts of human flourishing, nurturing local economies and local culture, and seeking the common good of our places. Slow church is a journey in the direction of ethics, of preferring quality over quantity, of seeking the well-being of our congregation as well as our neighborhood. So, a few things that stick out to me from that. One, the church is about the flourishing of the local economies. Wesley Memorial. Part of our aim is to make sure that our community, Charlottesville and the surrounding area, is made better through our presence. We do so when we come alongside those who are struggling to make ends meet, when we advocate, such as at last night's Nehemiah Action, when we advocate on behalf of those who need affordable housing or reliable public transportation. We are seeking the common good of our community. They also mentioned here that we are after quality over quantity. So it's easy to establish a McDonald's, so long as you are working with them, you follow their game plan, you can be churning out burgers, but the quality may not be that great. To do quality food takes time. That's why we have sit-down restaurants where you go, you're seated by the host, and you place your order in with a wait staff, and it takes time. And it's really good food, usually, hopefully. Quality churches are about building quality community. They're not after filling every single seat up in the sanctuary. That might happen at the end of building a quality community, but the first and foremost emphasis is on that quality. And so, again, this is an invitation to slow down, to focus on becoming a quality community filled with rich, complex, beautiful practices that are shaping us to be faithful followers of Jesus Christ, that seek the good of the community, that seek the well-being of the neighborhood. That's it for Matt's musings for this week. What do you like most about where you live in your neighborhood? What is particular to where you live? What do you like most about Charlottesville or where you find yourself in the surrounding area that's local? I'm curious to know. Please let me know in the comments below. Talk to you next time.